Now finally we will gonna discuss the very last loop in our lectures, that is the for each loop. As you can hear, it is a for each loop which is pretty much same as for. You set it for the number of iterations. Unlike while or do while, where you don't know how many iterations you will gonna go with, or how many iterations that you have to use. So in that case you use while. But if you have a certain amount of iterations that you are sure about, you will gonna use the for. Now what is for each? For each loop, it's almost as same as the for loop, but there are some differences. Like in for loop, let me show you. For, as you can see here, for loop take one variable for the iterations, initialize it, then set the condition here and then increment. For each make it more and more simple, and it make it very easy for user to just simply iterate through any object or array for the known amount of iterations. So it doesn't require any iteration, it doesn't require any condition, and also it doesn't require any increment. So let's say for instance you have a variable, you have an array, I will gonna call it a, and we will gonna set a value inside the arrays 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So here we will start with the I 0, and since these are 9 value, it should be less than 9 because we are starting with 0. If we started with the 1, we could say less than equals to 9. But as you guys know that array start with 0, so we have to start with 0 as well here. Echo dollar, not dollar, a is equals to, now dollar a index of dollar I. I will gonna remove this, save it, come back, index of I. We forgot the semicolon here, and also we have to remove this, save it, come back, refresh. Okay, we got 1 to 9 all. Now let's see how it will be on for. You see how we have to initialize the iterator variable here, then set the condition over here, and then increment and everything. Here we can just simply say a, as is a keyword, value. You can give any name to this variable. It will be a item, each item of the array. This value or this variable over here is act as a single item over here. So all we have to do is echo br a is equals to value, save it, and there you go. See, giving a same result, but how simple and accurate code is that? Now let's see another example over here. But if you are confused, just look at the syntax over here. Here you pass the object and the array or any linked list or list of the item that you wanna loop through, and here is the as keyword. After that you put the value. You can name it any variable because it is just a variable representing of each array or object item. So let's give it a try with another example over here, and this time we will gonna go with the key value pair of our array. So let's say we have 0 index number and the value of this is 1 0. I'm gonna just copy paste for fast working. 5. Now when you save it, go and refresh. 1 second, we forgot to change here. Since it is 5, it has to be less than 5. And to make things simpler, let me add some breaks here so you do not get confused in the result between for and for each. Okay, here you go. So above one is for, and you can see here it is saying a even though the index has been changed, and so as here. So how we, instead of a, we can say 0 1 2 3. So for that we can simply do this $I, because our iterating variable is this. Save this, come back, refresh, and now you can say it is saying 1 2 3 4 5. So to get the actual index from the array, you have to use a function here, which would be array search. It is a PHP function that takes the value, the current value, which is this, and pass the entire array, and it will return the key. So now you are getting the actual array key, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. But here you don't have to worry about all these things, all the functions implementation and everything. You just have to come here. You have to define another variable, and again whatever name you want, and the arrow sign, simple as this. And instead of a over here, you gonna say key, save it, come back, refresh. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How cool is that? So the for each loop make it simple for you to iterate through the list without having any hustle of adding any array into a function to get and retrieve the key or something, or passing the iteration and increment, decrement, and so on, initialization and so on. So this is the very simple way to loop through any iterated list without having a hustle. It have two keywords, as and the arrow. If you don't want the key, you can simply remove this part and it will still gonna work, but you have to remove the key here. But if you want to iterate through the key, you have to have this arrow before the variable of value. Nothing whatsoever change here. We just add another variable which will represent or consider as the key, and the arrow defining the value, just like here in assigning the array. You see, key, arrow, value, same, key, arrow, value. So that's it. This is a for loop. Hope you have understand everything properly. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Have a good day. Bye bye.